Assalamualaikum and hi. Our group is going to conduct a project about plant pelletising in Teluk Kalung by Perwaja Steel in Kemaman, Terengganu. This is my team member.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Nur Hamzah binti Nurdin with metric number S43477. I in charge in topic 3, which is statement of need. Perwaja Steel Sdn Bhd that located in Kemaman, Terengganu is Malaysia's largest steel producer that include the product of DRI, direct reduced iron, beam blanks, blooms and billets. It is capable of producing 1,500,000 metric tons of steel per year. Perwaja's products also are used in many sectors, for example, manufacturing, construction, and infrastructure industries. For this reason, Malaysia does not have to rely on outside companies to get the iron resources. Perwaja also work together with professional association to create awareness and to promote the use of steel as structural elements. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sita Shashazani. So my part is about the project description and the project options. Actually, this proposed project involves the operations and the constructions at the Perwaja Steel premise in Kemaman, Terengganu about the iron ore pelletising plant. So it has the capacity to produce about 1.2 MT iron pellets annually, and it involves two main production processes, which are the beneficiation process and the pelletising process. The beneficiation process is about to treat the raw iron ore fines to make them suitable for pelletising, while the pelletising process will transform them into the iron pellets. And this project will involve two-phase components. So moving on to the project options, the project options that proposed by the project proponents is actually related to the technology and suitable for the iron ore pellet productions. It has 5 options, which are the pelletising process options, the tailing utilization process, the air pollution control system, sites option, and lastly the no project options. The no project options is considered as the poor options, as it will lead to the loss of economic not only to the local residents but also to the government and the country. That's it. Thank you.
My name is Nurul Aisyah binti Haru. For my part is existing environment. We have 5 parts, and the part is physical setting, land use, methodology, hydrology, and established for the baseline condition for DEIA. For physical setting, from the area around Bukit Setongko to the Kos New Kemaman Port. Land use contain 4 sections. First section is land use with the project site, which the project is located at the existing Perwaja Steel Mill Complex in Kemaman. For the second section is land use with 1 km radius, which include industrial, residential, and institution and other. For the third section, we use land with 1 to 2 km radius, which include industrial at Kemaman Bitumen Refinery Settlement and institution at kawasan perumahan Bukit Kuang. For the fourth section are land use with 2 to 3 km radius, we also include industrial at Lion Plate Mill Settlement institution at Kampung Teluk Mengkuang. For the last section is land use with 4 to 5 km radius settlement and institution at Kampung Paya Bakau and Kampung Bakau Tinggi. For methodology, there are 4 seasons can be recognized to prevail. The data was collected based on the temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind. The hydrology of the project site fall with the Sungai Cukai catchment. We have area approximately 335.7 km. The last part are established of baseline condition of the DEIA. A description of existing environment be made based on information to be collected for the survey and field investigation.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mariani and I will talk about baseline monitoring. Baseline monitoring undertaken for the air quality noise quality and water quality. For air quality, there are 4 sampling locations at nearby residential area, which include Kampung Bukit Anak Dara, Taman Dahlia, Taman Desa Darul Iman, Kampung Bukit Kuang and Institute Integrity Terengganu. The parameter that we measure are total suspended particulate matter PM10, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and ion. The method we use are 24-hour collection using high volume sampler and analyze method using American Society and testing method. For noise quality, there are 2 points at the site and 1 nearby residential area which near the Institute Integrity Terengganu. The parameter that we measure are equivalent continuous level, LA maximum, LA minimum, LA10 and LA90. The method we use are 24-hour continuous noise measurement at 15-minute interval.
Hi, I'm Muhammad Aziz, and today I'm going to explain on my part, which is coordination location and existing land use. As we can see, the location coordinate is 4 degree 15 minute 57.58 seconds north and 103 degree 27 minutes 40.65 seconds east. For existing land use, this project is located on the Perwaja Steel Mill Complex, and this current usually occupied by the mill buildings and office. Lastly, the setting within a 5-kilometer radius within this project usually dominated by the industrial and agricultural land. Thank you.
My name is Nur Fatinajah binti Marzuki with S43198. Here I'm going to brief you about the proposed project location, which is about plant pelletising by Perwaja Steel Sdn Bhd in Teluk Kalung, Kemaman, Terengganu. Together, I'm going to include 2 major areas that are very significant to the proposed project location. Now, I'm going to explain detail about the exact location of the proposed project on the Google satellite, on the satellite image obtained from the Google map. As we can see here, this is proposed project location, which is Perwaja Steel Sdn Bhd. We can state that Cukai, which is in this area, is the nearest town to the Teluk Kalung industrial estate, which is located about 5 kilometers southeast. However, Cukai town can be included as one of the sensitive environmentally area. Besides, apart from Cukai, there is Kemaman port here. It's also sensitive area environmentally. And then near to the Perwaja Steel Sdn Bhd, there is a forestry area. That's all for my part. Thank you.
My name is Nitlana Azhara binti Muhammad Azami. My part is potential significant impacts. The nearest sensitive receptors of the project-induced impacts are expected to be residents of kawasan perumahan Bukit Kuang, residents of Kampung Teluk Makuang and Kampung Sungai Terjun, residents of Kampung Bukit Anak Dara, residents of Kampung Teluk Kalung and Kampung Pancur, hostel and hotel at Institute Integrity Terengganu. The environmental impacts predicted will be carried out in accordance to the requirements prescribed by DOE. The potential negative impacts of environmental aspect is air quality. Air quality is affected during construction and operation of the proposed pelletising plant. Secondly is environmental health risk assessment. Emission of air pollutants during operation from the project create a large health impact. Thirdly is noise. During the construction and operation of the plants, noise will be generated. Next is water quality. Water will be used as a lubricant during grinding process in beneficiation plants for smooth grinding and dust control. Dust contaminated water will be collected and will be treated by chemical particle settlement. The next impact is quantitative risk assessment. The risk that might be caused by the operation plant to the surrounding population are assumed to be low, but the risk caused by an accident or accidental discharge of pollutants into the environment. Lastly, solid and scheduled waste impacts dust and other hazardous materials that include the waste oils, acid, additive, and more are expected to be the process residues from the operation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Aisyah binti Muhammad Said, and I will talk about mitigation measure. Analysis of mitigation or control measure for the environmental impact predicted will be made by any significant residual impact will be determined. Suggestion for environmental pollution control and management of environmental impact will be made based on discussion with project proponent, its appointed consultant and contractor, and professional judgment based on known application of technology for the control of pollutant into the environment.
My name is Nur Aimi Akila binti Ahmad Ruslan, S43014. I'm in charge on topic 10, which is the residual impact. The residual impact is a potential environmental impact that will give a long-term effects after the mitigating measures. One of the residual impact that might be caused by perwaja steel Sendian Berhad is a habitat disturbance in the forest. The habitat population might be migrating to another place or might be reduced along with the impacts. Other than that, as perwaja steel Sendian Berhad located close to the port, the potential to release the waste into the streams are highly to occur, and this can cause a pollution to the marine population. That's all from my part.
My name is Nur Syahada binti Syaimi, and my part is Environmental Management Plan. Environmental Management Plan framework for the project shall be formulated in order to encompass the management of both environment impact as well as emergency conditions that may arise throughout the operational phase of the project. Besides, ERP, Emergency Response Plan, shall also be prepared. It is part of the environmental management measures for the constructions and operational phase of the project recommended in the DEIA. The details of ERP will be determined during the preparation of EMP subsequent to the approval of DEIA. ERP should assign roles and responsibilities and provide an established method of managing emergencies. The framework of EMP for the proposed plan with emphasis of these four. First is environmental audit and monitoring requirements that will enhance the development of the project and minimize the impacts to the environment. The environmental audit requirements for the project shall also be specified. Second, administrative arrangements for environmental management of the project. Third, safety and emergency response procedures to adapt and respond to accidents and emergency situations. Lastly is abandonment plan to identify the main measures and actions that need to be implemented in order to ensure that the plant site is safe and good for the future use.